Hey y'all, and welcome back to another video. So I'm excited to do a set of press-ons, and this set is a fall set, as you can see in the cover photo. When I do my press-ons, I use 12 nails just so that we can have a good range. These are the medium coffin tips, and what I use is tack by Light Elegance, or you can just buff the nail and then use a primer, but I tend to use tack because it is made with just a little bit of acetone, so it kind of etches into that plastic. It's just what I've always done, but there are multiple different methods. So once we put the tack on, I go ahead and cure it for 30 seconds, as you see here. And now we are ready to apply some product. So I'm going in with Magic Gel, Light Elegance, and I forgot. But either way, with this magic gel, I'm putting it on the first two nails. These will be the thumbs, because from left to right is thumb to pinky sizes. And so I'm putting the shimmer polish on, and then I'm curing everything for 30 seconds. Since it was really pigmented, I only did one layer. But now that we're moving on to what could be the index fingers, or actually the ring fingers, because that's the bigger, not ring, middle finger. I'm going to get it together. Middle finger, because they're the biggest. I'm doing a marble. So we're going to do this marble, and then we're going to go ahead and add in a little bit of that shimmer to give it a little bit of a glitter. Just to add some more depth and dimension to the nails is what I prefer. Mind you, I'm doing everything twice, because I want both hands to match. And depending on the size of the hands or the nails, each one might be different. So what might be a ring finger might be a middle finger, who knows. But anyway, I'm doing the marble, and I'm doing each layer. So once I do that layer of polish, I go ahead and cure it. But now I'm going to add in the shimmer gel polish, and I'm going to put on a loose glitter on top of that. This helps give it just some more depth, or to me, it makes it a little bit fancier, makes it pop more. I'm all about layering. So if we can add a little more to what we see, that works for me. So like I said, we're going to use a loose glitter. And then I actually found some maple leaf flake glitter. And so I put 3 on there, but then I took some tack and I put a little dollop of tack to keep that on, just so it can cure in place and it doesn't move. Yeah, because I didn't want that to slide off when it went in the lamp, because sometimes it does if the gel is thin. But also, like I said, I go ahead and go in and cure each one of these nails for 30 seconds. I don't have to cure for 60 seconds until it's really just time for top coat. On this next set of nail, I went ahead and went in with the brown gel polish, and I noticed that it looked really thin. It looked really shadowy. And I was getting worried because these are press-ons. They're already plastic. You don't want to make them even thicker. So luckily, when I did the second layer, not only did it cover it very evenly, but it stayed thin as well. Because I was worried. You'll see, look, see how that color pops in, and now it's a full solid nail. And it actually is a really great color. I love that color. Just to be safe, I usually turn my nails upside down before they go in the lamp, just so that they're nice and level, especially for runnier things such as gel polish or builder gels that I use to encapsulate, because they're just a little bit thinner. I'm so excited because now for the next 2 nails, we're going to go in with these decals. So I used an owl on one, and then I used a fox, as you see here, on another. And they're water decals, so you literally just put them in a bowl of water for a couple of seconds. I usually just kind of leave them in there until I'm ready. And once you pull them out, you can just go ahead and apply them. I wasn't sure how I was going to put them on the nail, because I kind of make it up as I go when it's time to do the designs for decals. So I just went ahead and polished with the red Light Elegance polish, always flipping it over and curing it for 30 seconds. And then when I went in with another layer and cured that for 30 seconds as well. Look at my finger. It's all ashy. How you doing, ashy finger? You need to do your hands before you go on these, before you do these videos. Okay, anyway, that is so hilarious. So I went ahead and went in with another layer of the brown polish, because I'm about to do a full cover glitter nail. Now, I believe that shimmer polish could be fine on top of the clear, but I wasn't going to take the chance, to be honest. So, are we ready? Are we ready for a decal? Yes, we are. Here we go. So I'm pulling it off ever so slightly because you do have to be gentle, especially for people like me who's a little bit rough. And as long as I let them sit in the water, they can rip. They're very pliable. So I go ahead and I put the decal on. I already made it crooked to force my mind to do something playful with it, because if you just put it straight on in the middle of the nail, that's so boring. So I put it crooked to tell myself, okay, now you have to make a scenery out of it. You know, like, what are we doing here? So I took some more of that shimmer polish and I basically just made it diagonal so it looks like the fox is on something. And then I took some more of that tack from LE and I just put it on top of the fox, just so it makes the fox decal stick to that nail and it doesn't like lift up or anything once it cures, because you just never know. Sometimes other things on the nail make it bubble, ripple, or whatever. So I just put the tack on to force that paper decal to sit still. And I'm going back over with the same process for the owl as well. I put it a little bit crooked and then I took some tack and made it stick on down into that nail, honey, and then boom, those nails are ready to go. So now we're going to revisit those other two nails because I do go back and forth. Whatever keeps me moving is what I usually do. So I took that shimmer and I went over top of those brown nails, and then I'm going to take that loose glitter and I'm actually going to just cover the entire nail. Like, cover it, take my spatula, make sure it's level. You don't want to go ahead and put builder on it and then you have all these tons of pieces just sticking out and now you're going to file them and lose your shape and it's just going to be a whole bunch of mess. No. Go ahead and push it in and make it easier for you when it's time to cure. All right. And since that was already inside, I just went ahead and smushed it into that loose glitter because it just makes it easier, honey. So, yes, honey. So you just tap, tap, tap. Make sure it's all good to go. I put tack on top of this as well, just because I wanted to make sure that the loose glitter pieces stay where they are. Another thing you could do is take a builder gel and just simply wipe over the top of that nail and go from there. And then you can make the loose glitter pieces stick. So it's just up to you. Last but not least, we're going to work on those two pinky nails. And I just went ahead and did a marble again. I just went out of order of the last marble just so it can be different no matter what. Every time you go in and swipe the brush and make the marble, it is a good idea to make sure you wipe your brush before you go back into the bottle, so that you're not mixing colors into the bottle. Now, you're going to see on this one pinky nail throughout the video that I had issues with that thing, honey, because it kept wanting to, the piece of plastic that is sticking to kept wanting to lift up in it and get in the way of the nail, and it was just awful. So I'm complaining on the video. Look at me. Anyway, moving on. Those are cured, and I'm going to go ahead with just a little bit of shimmer. I don't believe I added extra glitter in these. I just kept it as a simple shimmer, just so that it would be different from the other marble nails. Because like I said, I never want my marbles to be the same, even though I pretty much marble the same way. Ooh, knock that nail. How you doing? Get back over there. Great. Put those in the lamp. Let them cure, and we're off to the next step, which is basically encapsulating these nails because they have loose glitter on top. You want to encapsulate them so those pieces are not sticking out of the top coat, because they 100% will. So take a nice clear builder and then you go ahead and encapsulate. Make sure all the sides are good and ready to go. They're even. You touched it, put it upside down. Is it level? It is. Great. Throw it in the lamp, honey. To speed this video up, I went ahead and did the second nail off of camera. And so we're going to do the same thing with the fox, because those have a little bit of texture to them. I want to make sure that when I top coat, that fox looks like it's laying flat, and so is the glitter. So I just went ahead and encapsulated this nail as well, making sure I get the size, everything is even. Do your checks, go in the lamp. Woohoo. Like I said, I did the next nail off camera. Now, while we're doing this, I'm going to give you a story because I know you all enjoy story time. when I'm encapsulating this nail, I do both nails and I put it in the lamp for 30 seconds. They're all good to go. When it's time to file these nails, I file to the left so that the nails themselves in front of me did not get dust on them or sticky. There's a vent to my left, and while I'm holding this and filing it, I knock it out my hand and it goes straight into the vent. So I had to literally go grab a brand new nail tip, put shimmer, put the loose glitter, all like I had to create a whole new nail because I knocked it down the vent. I was so upset, but oh well. Anyway, so to add in my stones and charms on these nails, I am taking a builder in a bottle by the gel bottle ink, and I'm putting a really thick layer down the middle, but then I'm just swiping the sides just so the nail is fully covered. But the most of that gel is a straight line down the middle to fully hold in those charms here. And I'm doing lots of checks. I keep making it like I keep wiggling it to the left, to the right, because I want to make sure that stone is centered on the nail, because if it's not and you go ahead and just put it in the lamp, it will slide and cure in that place, which you will see on the thumb if I kept it in. And I had to pry that piece off and re-adhere because it slid so far to the left. So it's really important that you take your time and make sure you apply that charm precisely in the middle so it doesn't slide when it goes in the lamp, because that is a big thing, honey. I went ahead and added some extra, I call them specialty stones because they're just not the regular small circles. They're like specialty shaped, and like teardrops or something. So I went ahead and put those in on the nail as well, just to add some more decor. Sorry, my dog is trying to jump on me. Go away. Go away. I'm trying to do a professional video. Good Lord. Don't you want me to be professional? Jeepers, he just staring at me. Where was I? So, yes, honey, we're going to put those specialty stones on with my crusty fingers. Look at them. Look at them. Just ashy, honey. Just ashy. That's how you know I'm a working nail tech, because I got working hands. Anyway, throw that in the lamp. Moving on, put those back in order. Now, when I do press-ons, I will say I typically keep all my nails in order just so I can visualize what I'm doing. When I'm doing the nail sets just for content where I'm only doing 5, I only do one of those at a time, and they're never like in front of me. It doesn't matter. But for a nail set, I need to make sure it stays cohesive so they do stay in front of me like you do see on camera. Now with this nail here, I'm doing it just like the other nails, but I'm putting stones only on where I put the shimmer. So basically it looks like the fox and the owl are sitting on top of a really shiny base, I could have drew a tree or something else, but I was like, no, let's do a lot of stones just going up the sides of the nails. And I thought that was a really pretty look. So I went ahead and used a lot of AB stones, and then for the rest, they are different shades of brown and orange. So the specialty stones and the circular stones as well. And like I said, I'm just going up the side. So if one went the other way, if the fox went to the right, well, then the owl went to the left, just so they are different and opposing. I will say this was a little bit harder because they kept wanting to slide down since they are on the actual side of the nail. But they actually stayed in place, which I was very thankful for, because they're not charmed, so they don't have that extra weight. I still made sure that I tapped it into place to make sure they didn't go anywhere. Now, this is where it got hard because I didn't want to fully decorate this nail. This shimmer is already loud, so I felt as though this one charm was perfect enough. All the other nails already have glitter and charm, so the thumbs can be fine with just one charm. Just because I didn't want to really overdo it on this set. But like I said, right here when I did the thumbs, this is where I put in the lamp based off where I thought it should be, and it still slid over fully to the left, and I was so over it. Look right there. And then bam, I said no. So is it right here? No. Okay, no, I moved it. I changed it. Okay. So I went ahead and fixed it. I didn't know if I kept it in the video or not. And now we're going to go ahead and top coat all the nails. When I top coat press-ons like this, I don't want to individually keep putting each one in and out of the lamp. I think that's a lot of work just for a top coat. So I literally just let them sit there, especially if they're nails that do not have stones or charms. And then I just top coat while they're sitting there. And what I'll do is I'll actually move the lamp instead. And I'll take the lamp and put it over half of the nails and I'll cure it that way. The light, yes, does theoretically go across all of them, like how you see it coming out of the lamp, but that's not good enough for me. So I do half, and then I go ahead and I do the other half, and I put the nail lamp on that half just so that they are fully cured. But to me, it just makes sense to do it that way. I don't know. That's just me. When I'm going around the stones and charms, I do try my best to not get top coat on them. But with these charms, and most charms in particular, I do try to make sure that top coat actually touches the sides of the charms, just so it's seeming as though I'm creating a seal around the charm so that they don't come off. It's one thing to have a gel underneath it, but honestly, the light can't see that. So it's really good to make sure you go around the nail as well to create a really good tight seal. Because they're plastic tips, light will come through the bottom somewhat, but I really like to go above and beyond and make sure that they are fully sealed. So we are coming to the very end, and I'm so excited that you all got to watch me do this set of nails. I had so much fun making them. They came out so beautifully. Like I said, they are for a good friend of mine / coworker, and I know she's going to love them. So thank you all for watching. I can't wait to make more and more nails, and I'll see you later. Bye.